Jackson rolling through the SWAT. Reppin' for the city, hear him in the parking lot. Houston written across the jersey, ain't gon' never stop. Just fans got me tuning in, waiting for the drop. Astros, Texas, Rockets, Dynamo, they coming with it. When they pull up, got the city sitting on a fitted. Straight up A-Leaf, hold it down, ain't gon' never quit it. Just fans got me tuning in, let my dogs get it. Southwest A-Leaf, Texas, throw down here and it's so infectious. We ride for the Houston Astros, Rockets, Dynamo, and them Texans.
How's it going, everybody? It's Carlos, your host of the Just Fans podcast. And I don't know if you could tell, but my voice is raspy. I'm coming down. The weather's been awful here in Houston. It's up and down. It's hot. It's hot one day. It's cold the next. So I'm feeling it right now. But happy Friday, y'all. We got a pretty great show for you guys today. Let me introduce my co-host Rios. How's it going, bud?
See, I don't get sick no matter what the weather does. It changes about every 10 minutes, but I don't get sick.
So nobody cares about you. No, I'm just kidding. No, it's just awful. It's the weather just definitely affects me back and forth, man. But,
yeah, yesterday it was cold. Today it was like what, upper 80s. Like,
yeah, it's a mess. It's this
tomorrow it'll be a blizzard.
Exactly. And today, man, I'm excited for this one. I've seen a lot of your clips, man. We got the one and only Que Reid. How's it going, man? How are you feeling right now? What's going on through your mind? You got to be like excited. It's like a mixture of emotions for you, man. How's it going? Tell us how you doing, man.
I'm doing really well. I mean, I'm excited. It's been a long journey since starting training, things like that. I'm being excited just to be able to play at the next level. It took a lot of thinking, I would say. Yeah. I played 6 years of college football, so you think about a lot. You try to weigh out your options and things like that. And I'm also pursuing a master's right now as well. So it's been a lot on my plate. So at the same time, I've just been trying to balance everything out, balance the training, balance out my schoolwork as well. But it's been pretty well, and I've been good.
Oh man, how's that going? Like, can I ask what your major is right now in your master's?
I'm actually mastering in sports and recreational leadership. I hope to be an athletic director or working in college athletics or somewhere in the sports field if it's helping kids in high school, middle school, things like that. But I do want to be able to give back to the younger generation just because I'm an only child. I don't have any siblings that look up to me or anything, but I do have friends that look up to me and value the things that I have to say and my values of my lifestyle and how I pursue my life. So I'll try to coordinate a lot of things with sports because sports is what I've done all my life. So I want to be able to give back in that aspect, in that area.
Sorry, Rios, I know you want to ask a question, but let me jump in on this because I relate to. So, I teach kids. I'm a teacher myself, but so what you said right now is just it hits the nail on the head as far as like, dude, these kids nowadays, man, they really need a figure, man, and in doing that, like that is. You have no idea how many lives you're going to touch just by doing that, how important it is to be there. So some kids are going to look up to you, and you don't know the impact that you have on those kids while you're working with them and stuff until like later on, and they come back and tell you, hey, remember when you did this? The smallest things that you don't even think anybody really cared about, eventually they come back. And that to me, that's like the highest reward. But man, that's awesome. That's an awesome message that you're sending out. I love it already.
Yes, sir. Most definitely.
Yeah. All right, Rios, got any?
Well, sticking with the education, so for the master's, how long does that normally take? Because I know for your bachelor's took about 4 years. How long does for a master's in your field take?
So the master's program I'm in right now is 2 years. I started 2 years ago, which was my super senior year, but technically since I had 6 years here, but it's just 2 years, and you have about 3 classes a semester. This semester with this being my last semester, I only have 2, which is a lot better than having 3 because now I'm not on edge. So I could just focus on just those 2, especially while being in training. So it's not as bad as you think it is.
Awesome. So one of the questions that I wanted to ask you, I know you're doing how do you deal with that type of pressure? Like you're doing your master's, you're going through all this, the NFL draft process. How is Que Reid able to take his mind when he has a moment of serenity to get away from all this? What is something that Que loves to do to try to I guess, keep it all under control in those tough situations?
I would say I like the game. Like when I have free time, I like to be able to game. Like play Madden, Call of Duty, 2K, things like that, just to be able to get away. You know, like playing with your friends on the game is something that a lot of guys do. Like you see a lot of guys in the league that likes to stream on Twitch and things like that. I'm trying to get my Twitch going.
There you go.
I don't show my face or anything, but like I usually stream Call of Duty or 2K just to have that there. So like if I do be able to make it to the next level and start to build a fan base, they're able to know like, look, I game, so like you can come play with me if you want to, things like that. Like I like making friends and being able to know that, being able to allow others to interact with me. You know what I mean? Like I'm not somebody who's like, oh, you shouldn't talk to me because I'm a professional athlete or I'm in that realm of becoming a professional athlete. Like I want you to be able to talk to me just as much as you talk to your friends and things like that. So I would say another thing is listening to music. I like listening to music, R&B, rap, gospel music. I just like to find that center where I can just be myself, just let everything go and just be in my room singing aloud.
Yeah.
Like, you know, like everybody has that opportunity, and that's just something that I find helpful for me.
Are you a singer?
I used to be. I'm not gonna lie. Nah, growing up, I grew up in the church. I actually was a drummer, but I also grew up in the church. My mom used to have me singing, so I always used to have to sing on the choir.
Hey, shout out to Mama Reid. Shout out to Mama Reid. How's it
Most
going?
definitely
Hope you're
shout out,
doing
Mom.
well. Yeah, there you go. That's your boy right there. That's your baby boy right there. Yeah, look at him cheesing.
Hey, I used to be a good singer till hit puberty, and then just
like that Simpsons.
I think that's might have what happened.
Yeah, that's exactly what happens after puberty. It just all goes downhill. It's like, you're like that that episode of The Simpsons where Homer's like has this evangelical voice, and then he's like, my son's gonna take me to places, and then he hits puberty in the middle of it, and he goes like, oh, the whole time.
That was me.
No,
so you say you're a gamer. So my next question is PS5 or Xbox? There's only one correct answer.
It's PS5. If you play Xbox, you're no good. I'm sorry.
All right.
Everybody who play Xbox, I'm sorry. Because
sorry.
When me and my friends are on the game, we all have P5s and things like that. But like when you come again, like on 2K, let's say this, 2K, you cross play. So like you can end up with guys that's on Xbox on your team. So we always get people who are on the Xbox that is not good. And we tell them in the chat, like, you're not good. And like we get so upset that 2K allowed that, but like you can turn it off, but we still never turn it off. We just always end up in the game, and we're like, why?
Like I said, if you said Xbox, like this interview's over. That's all we got for today.
Right.
What's the going into the game stuff? What is the best game you played on PS5, and then the worst?
You repeat that?
Yeah, what's the best game and the worst game you've played on PS5?
Oh, I mean, I only played 3 games, so like I don't really know. I don't really know what's the best game and what's the worst. I would say right now the worst is 2K, because like you still got people on here who like to do side to side stuff, things to kind of like make the game cheesy. You know what I mean? Like if you got real IQ and know how to play basketball, then it's fun, but a lot of people don't do that. A lot of people like to play 5 out, and they like to have just one guy dribbling the ball and spacing the floor, because you know if you play 5 out, then you got to man up everybody, or you can play 2-3, but then you're leaving people open for threes and things like that. So I would say 2K is the worst game right now. Okay. The best game I would say is Call of Duty. I like the game right now. It's really smooth. Like I like that they're updating it and things like that, adding new guns and stuff. So
there you go. We got a person. I don't know if you ever got to read it. Mario Welch wrote a true student athlete all around, great guy. And then Paul Loma wrote PS5 all day, Brody. Oh man. Okay, so let me start asking you a little bit more of the sports questions here. So is there a coach or athlete that you kind of looked up to as a kid as a role model?
Ooh, that's tough. I got 2 to 3.
Okay, sure.
2 to 3. I'm gonna give you player. One player that I always looked up to is Brian Dawkins. Brian Dawkins is that guy. Like,
the Wolverine.
That's who I modeled my game after. That's who I really looked up to, just to be like that aggressive safety. I would say he's also a God-fearing man. I'm a God-fearing man, as I said before. Like, I grew up in church and things like that. And he said in an interview once before that I'm trying to take somebody's soul, and that's what I try to do on the field if I get the opportunity. But that's someone that I really looked up to. Then another person is one of my high school head coach. When I was in high school, he was very hard on me because, like, you at a young age, you learn so much about yourself. And I would say that he would tell me that I was selfish because I didn't play defense until my senior year of high school. Like, I would tell him, like, Coach, I don't want to play safety. Don't put me on defense. Like, I played running back in high school. Like, I was a running back for 3 years.
Okay.
Then I switched to safety my senior year. So I would go to him and be like, Coach, don't ask me to play defense. Don't ask me to do nothing else. Give me the ball. I'm gonna do everything you need me to do. But he humbled me and helped me understand, like, it's not just you out there. Like, you can't just win by yourself, and you have to use your teammates. You have to rely on your teammates to, like, be able to make plays as well. So as he instilled that into me, like, he helped me to become a leader. He helped me to understand, like, these guys look up to me, so, like, they feed off of my energy. Like, of course, I know I can make the big plays and be able to help the team win, but it's also like they have to have the confidence as well. And I wanted to make sure I was giving them that confidence. So one day, it was a game. We were in a game, and I don't remember exactly what happened, but he had took me out of the game. He sent me to the locker room. And this is before, like, before halftime. Like, it's had to be like the first quarter. Like, he sat me down until second half, and he's like, look, either you gonna stop being selfish or you gonna stay in here the rest of the game. And from that day on, I just felt that relationship that we had, he helped me understand that it's better things in life, and it's better things about your goals that you're able to reach if you just look past the selfishness of who you are and not think about just yourself. So shout out Coach Glass. I appreciate him. And that's really the two people I've looked up to and I really appreciate. But also, I would say my dad. My dad's been in the league before. He's really somebody who's been in my ear a lot, like, heavy lately. He's helped me understand, like, what I need to do, the aspects of the grind, how it's like, and how I need to make sure I'm taking care of my body and things like that. But he's definitely somebody who also helped motivates me to make sure I'm staying attached to the game because he understands the game very well. He was a corner, not a safety, but he still was on the same side of the ball, so he understands things like that. And we're always communicating now about things that I need to work on or things that I'm looking at from, like, other guys that's in the combine as well right now. Just like watching the combine today, you start to see a lot of things that you could kind of help yourself with when it comes to my pro day, which is March 19th. But that's the three that I look up to, that I've always modeled my game, who I respect, and who I'm thankful for.
Awesome.
Oh, that's awesome. That's beautiful.
And also shout out Mom. Even though Mom don't play football, Mom, I love you. You've been
right.
Oh yeah.
All my other family members, I love y'all too. I definitely appreciate it as well. I'm very grateful for y'all.
There you go. There you go. Big shout out to Mom again. Hope she's chilling. There you go. Oh, there you go. She just commented it. Very proud mom here. There you go. There you go. Yeah, she's proud of you too, man. There you go. Yeah. And then Untied Dog 2 wrote, so proud of you, grandson. Show him, Papa.
Papa.
Yeah, okay. you got the whole fam watching it right now, man. It's awesome. Yeah. There you go. And then, this is perfect. His biggest cheerleader at all times.
Oh, man.
There you go, man. Oh, yeah. It's at the moment I feel like you're doing it for Mom. You know, obviously for yourself as well, but you got to do it for Mom. So once you make it in the league, because we're keeping it positive here. Once you make it, you're gonna spoil Mom rotten, right?
Oh yeah. That's everybody. Everybody take care of Mom first. Dad, everybody take care of Dad later. Mom come first.
Yeah. Mom's
is attached to Mom first. Like, she carries you for 9 months. You got to take care of her first. I feel like that's the rule when it comes to being a boy. You know what I mean? I feel like that's the thing that
universal.
All right.
Yeah. There you go.
See, if my mom would have commented on our channel, she'd be like, "Hey, how come you don't call me?"
His mom would have been like, "You're still doing this shit?"
Oh yeah, and it's funny because like she'll say I don't call her, but then when I call her, she never answers. I don't hear from her for a week. I'm like, lady, why do you have a phone?
Yeah.
So I got a question for you. So going back to your running back days, what was your favorite play as a running back? Since you did it for about 3 years in high school.
Ooh, man. My favorite play as a running back in high school. That's a lot. Dang, I got a lot of good plays. I would say, looking back, it was when we played one of our rival high schools. The school's name is L. Brown, and they're one of our rival high schools. I went to a school called J.M. Robinson. It's in Concord, North Carolina. And all my friends that I grew up with was players at L. Brown. And like, I got 5 close friends that I played ball with, maybe 6, if I'm counting right. We all played together, but we never got to be on the field at the same time together. Like, we never got to play high school football together. So it was, and also a few of my friends would be injured. So we also never touched the field at the same time. We maybe got 1 to 2 games all throughout high school together. So I broke, I think, like an 87-yard touchdown against them, and we ended up winning the game. We ended up winning the game, which was very exciting because playing them, I will tell you another quick story. Ever since middle school, they have a Kannapolis. It's called Kannapolis. Then it gets to L. Brown, but they go by Kannapolis. So ever since middle school, when I played Kannapolis, I always either lost by a touchdown or a field goal since my senior year. And I kept telling them, because I would play the same guys every year because we were in the same age group and same grade, stuff like that. I said, before I leave to play college football, I'm going to beat y'all, and I'm going to make sure it's memorable. So that senior year, I ended up beating them, and ever since now, I'm able to hold that grudge against them of like, I won the final count. So,
you got the last hit.
Got the last laugh.
Exactly. I won the final round. So y'all can't say nothing else to me. But that was probably one of the biggest runs I had, and it was a crazy run because like a lot of my family actually went to that high school. Like my grandmother, like my intermediate family, like my mom, like everybody in that whole circle went to that high school. So it was a lot for me.
Mama wrote, what an awesome interception during that game.
She remembers. Okay.
Yeah, she remembers. I bet you she can describe just about every single play you've been a part of.
Oh yeah. I know exactly what play she's talking about too. It was a crazy interception. That actually got me. I bit on a screenplay they had through. There was a double pass, so they threw the screen and they had somebody leak out behind me. And by the grace of God, God said, "Back up. They about to throw the ball." And I literally went up with one hand to PBU it. As it was coming down out of the air, I kicked it back up and picked it off, which was kind of crazy.
Oh, okay.
There you go. There you go.
It was a crazy one, and I tried to return it, but I ended up getting tackled. But
it's all right.
I think I got like 20 yards off of it. So I was trying to like, can I say? I was trying to put the like final cherry on top of it to let them know like I came to play that game. So, but it was a fun game, and I was glad that I got the last round.
That's a momentum changer right there, man. That's all it is. You contribute to that. That's a momentum changer right there. I want to kind of go back to what you were talking about. You said that with your training and stuff like that. You said that your dad was giving you some pointers and stuff like that. So let me ask you, in order to get ready to go to the next level. So what does like your daily routine look like for you? Like what is something that Q does on a daily basis to get ready and to get himself ready for the next level?
My daily routine, I wake up every morning. I usually read my Bible just to make sure my head's where it needs to be. Then I make my breakfast. Once I make breakfast, I usually eat oatmeal or something to keep my not too heavy. I would say something that's not too heavy just to make sure that I'm aware of not making myself sick when I'm working out.
Right.
After, then once I make my breakfast, things like that, I'll get in the car. I'll sit in the car, read a few tweets. A lot of cars warming up. I'll read a few tweets. Then I'll sit there and talk to myself and be like, we got to go. Because, you know, people have their days where it's like, dang, I'm doing the same thing every day. But it's like, you got to keep that same mindset of like, I got to go. I got to go. And that's something that I do. I'll sit there, go through a couple of tweets. Then I'll thank God some more just for waking me up, say a quick prayer. Then I'll go work out. Once I work out, I come back home. Then I'll make a bigger breakfast. Then I'll relax. Then I'll look at my schoolwork and things like that just to make sure that I'm aware of my schoolwork. Then as the night winds down, because I only have class twice a day, so I usually just relax after that. But it's literally the same thing every single day. I wake up, do it all over again.
Nice. Love it. Love it. There you go. There's some consistency right there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, as far as your training, have you been training with some other prospects or like former teammates, or like who have you been training with?
So right now I'm actually at school. Like I said before, like I'm still in my master's program, but I have a team that is working, that has all worked with me. So my former position coach, who is now the corners coach for James Madison University, he's been doing my field work and helping me with my position training. He's a former NFL athlete as well, so he's been through the training, know what the drills are and things like that as well. Then I also, for speed training, I work with our director of track and field, who is an awesome track coach. She's also coaching in the Olympics this coming year, which is awesome.
Oh,
wow.
He's also had a former athlete as well who has won Olympic medal, I'm pretty sure. I've seen it in the office, but I can't remember the name. But I also have a team that's in California with Proactive Sports. I work with them as well. So we all correlate together, and Proactive Sports will make my plan of what I need to do to train, and they'll send it in and make sure that I'm doing it, and then have everything laid out right then and there. And then we just go through it day by day just to make sure like we communicate like the same way we're communicating right now. We'll do the same thing on a Zoom call just to make sure that I'm getting the right steps, or what do I need to work on? What do I need to fix, and things like that. So it's all a big, what can I say? Big business, I would say. A big business of like, making sure that
support group too, right? A good support group for you as well.
In order that I'm doing what I need to do for training.
Nice. There you go. So with that, how do you call it? It sounds like you're like they're at the school at it's like they're helping you out and everything. So you obviously build a camaraderie with people, and you made a name for yourself. So can you tell us what your experience was like all throughout your I guess your career there at James Madison?
I would say my career here was awesome. Like I never would change my mind about coming here. I'm very grateful for the opportunity that I had to play here, because I really broadened my horizon, I would say, just from the connections that I've made with people who are in athletics with my major and with what I want to do after school, because I've always looked at school as football isn't going to last forever, and everybody tells you that as an athlete. So you have to look at life after football. So I would say I've built a lot of connections since I've been here, and I'm very grateful for the connections that I have made, and I'm going to continue to build those just with my time still being here, with finishing my master's. But I would say JMU is a great place. So if you're a recruit, you see it.
Okay.
Go there. Go to JMU. Like we had a great year. Even though they're transitioning to having a new coach, the new coach that's coming in, Bob Chesney, he's a great guy. I was able to hang out with him throughout our bowl week, and with his transition coming in, he's going to have a great team on his hand this coming year, and I'm very excited for JMU.
Awesome. There you go. Your first promo right there. One of your first few.
Yeah. So sticking with JMU, so what's your favorite play at JMU?
My favorite play, I would say it was in 2022. I was coming through. It was a rough week for me. I had recently lost my grandfather, my dad's dad. The same week we played App State, and that week was kind of up and down for me, and I didn't really know how it was going to go, because I'm so pumped up because like I'm coming back to North Carolina, like I'm about to play in front of my family. Like this is homecoming for me. Like I don't like App State. I don't like them whatsoever. So
yeah,
like I'm not gonna say nothing bad, but like when they recruited me, they felt that I wasn't like a good size for them. I would say I wasn't the typical safety of their liking. So I just always had that grudge on me when we played them. But it was in 2022 when the game's on the line. I think it was fourth and 13, 4th and 10, and they tried to throw a dig to my side, and I made the play, which by the grace of God, it felt like the relief, like when I made the tackle, it just made so much pain go away from that day, because I was going through a lot that week. So I felt that was the biggest play for me.
It sounds like a culmination of like, I don't want to say, I mean, in a way it's like the holding of the grudge, because I mean, it seems like they didn't really kind of believe in you when,
Right.
at that point. And then obviously it's almost like you're kind of carrying the little chip on your shoulder or whatnot.
Oh, yeah.
And then I feel like
Jordan, he took it personal.
Q said, and I took that personally.
I did.
It became personal to me at that point.
Yeah.
I would say the reason why I took it personal is because one of my best friends, that my lifelong best friend, well, I got multiple, like one of my boys, I'm gonna say one of my bros, let me say that. One of my bros that we've always balled together, he's the same size as me. So what was different about me than with him? So I felt like it was more so the offers. Like he had offers, but I was still trying to get offers and things like that. So that's the only way I looked at it. Like no grudge against him. I love that guy to the day I die. So I just felt like they looked at it as, oh, this kid got offers, but this guy doesn't. So I take it personal. And every time I got the chance to be on that field in 2022, I was making sure like they knew what they missed out on. So
there you go. So you got some comments here. Here it says Deborah Caldwell says, so proud of you, Q. And then Janice Bingo wrote, proud of you, nephew. There you go.
Thank you.
There you go. How's it going, fam? There you go, family. Thanks for watching us. Yeah, exactly. So yeah, like I said, it feels like you were playing with a chip on your shoulder, and I'm sure that moment right there, it was like, that's what you get for not believing, and that's good. Do you feel like that really? Do you feel like that? I don't want to say grudge, but whatever you were feeling, do you think that kind of made you a better player at that moment, or do you think it helped you elevate yourself to another level?
I feel like it helped me elevate my game to another level. I learned a lot about myself throughout that whole week, just because that whole week and days before, like I had just talked to my grandfather, and he was excited. He was just like, man, I can't wait to see you play. And like, that was something that was big for me, because like I'm the baby boy out of my dad, my uncle, and then it's me. So my grandfather always took that opportunity of like, I gotta go see the baby boy play. Like I want to be able to see him play and things like that. So like he's been with me since I was a child. Like I remember breaking my collarbone. I broke my collarbone my junior year of high school, and I'm in the hospital. Like after the game, like during the game, like the game's still going on. He pulls up. He's crying and stuff. I'm like, Grandpa, why you crying? He like, cause you done got hurt. He like, you ain't supposed to be hurt. You supposed to be out there playing. So I just felt that he helped me elevate my game, just to be able to continue to take care of my body and be able to make sure like I got that dog in me. Like you Reid, that's his last name, and like I'm gonna continue to represent it the same way that he did.
There you go. That name on the back of the jersey.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Before we continue to more questions, I found this video on YouTube that's the one I was watching before. Like during the time I was trying to do some research on you or whatnot. So I want to show it. I really liked it, especially because okay. And in the meantime, while I get this ready, can you tell us what because we'll see it here on the video, how you got the name Ace? You told me off air, but just if you want to share with anybody, of course. How did you get the nickname Ace?
I came up with the nickname Ace just from, there's one God, and there's only one God, so no, never look at it any different. But also just because I'm an only child, and I just felt that I was the one. I'm the one that's supposed to make stuff change and be able to be the one to make things better. So I felt that was the reason why I got my name Ace. That's why I came up with the name. And shout out to my uncle. I hope he locked in, because he made this video. He made the logo. Shout out to him.
It's a good logo.
See it right here.
It is. I like the color scheme.
It's a great logo. Yeah, it's definitely a great logo. Yeah. All right, so I'm gonna put it on mute, because if not, YouTube kicks us out. So I'm
Yeah,
gonna.
that's fine.
So as some of these, I mean, it's a short video anyway, but as the video is going along, kind of, if you can just walk us like, hey, what's like, tell us a little bit about the play. You know, obviously we're seeing it, but tell us a little bit about what you remember about those plays, okay? If you can. All right, here we go.
Oh man!
Wow, Suplex City.
Oh man, I remember this game. I
Look
think
at that.
we were in zone coverage. Oh god, this is a busted play. But to the last play, it really came down to the first play on the suplex. It was more so. It was just that type of game. Like this was COVID, so I'm out there having fun with it. Like this is a season that we don't really that counts towards us. So I was just like, oh well, he going for a ride.
Yeah, you're going for a ride.
Right. I get up and it's a flag. So I was like, oh man, I was like, my bad, coach. I won't do
it. Got too overexcited.
Yeah.
All right. So what about
on
this? Wow,
play,
look at that.
Ooh. Knocked the Sonic rings out of him.
That dude went bling bling.
Oh yeah. This all was during COVID, which was crazy. So
yes. Oh wow. Okay.
Dang. I remember these days. It was so hot in Sam Houston that game.
Oh, I bet, yeah.
Oh, in Texas, it's always hot.
It's always hot here.
And this was
90% of the year.
Spring. This was early spring when it happened.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's perfect. Yeah, that's like 90 degrees. You know, a nice breezy 90.
And like in Harrisonburg that week we played Sam Houston, I'm pretty sure it was snowing.
Oh, really?
Yeah. That's when I first changed my number.
What was can I ask about what were your numbers before? Because I seen you with one. What can you tell us a little bit about your history of numbers?
I wore number 16 when I first got here, and that was randomly given to me. So like I wasn't complaining about it, and it wasn't a bad number. I just wanted to switch back to number 1 because I wore number 1 as well in high school.
Makes sense. Okay.
So I think I did 1 year with 16, then I switched back to number 1.
All right. Reels, you guys.
Okay, so growing up, did you have a team that you followed, like NFL wise?
Oh man, I don't even want to talk about it. They're not doing so good right now. But I was
the Cowboys.
I would say the Carolina Panthers fan.
Growing up, okay.
Yeah, growing
up.
Well,
it makes sense. Yeah, because you're from the area.
Yeah.
It makes sense. Right. Yeah, it makes sense. I mean,
they've seen better days.
Yeah, they've seen better days. But no, I mean, it's I get it. Like they had some success. Like y'all had Cam Newton at one point, and Cam is to be respected. All right, he's that dude. Cam is to be respected. I don't care what kind of hat he's wearing. He is to be respected.
After that last video, like, bro, he was getting jumped. The hat didn't even move.
Yeah, it was kind of crazy because like he had one guy on his arm, and then he dragging another guy. I'm like, oh my god.
I'm like, well, I want to know what the thought process was. Like, Cam's like 6'5", 265, former athlete. Like, bro,
exactly. Like that's not no little guy. Like he's a big dude. So
yeah. Cam Newton is not a guy to be messed with. So I don't know what was happening, but it didn't go well for everybody else.
It's like that meme goes. I'll fuck around and find out.
Yeah. There's an actual algorithm for it. Yeah. All right. So with that being said, like what has been like your most like successful season in sport in your that you've played at JMU? Like, can you tell us about your most successful season where you felt like everything was just kind of clicking your way and like the best year for you, really, to be honest?
Oh man, I wouldn't say it was a year because since I've been here, we've been successful. Like I would say my sophomore year, like when I first started getting into that role of playing and I started making that name for myself and understanding the game more, because like when I first came in, it was so many safeties in our room and I'm looking around like, I don't know if I'm going to play or not. So I was just trying to make a name for myself and being with the older guys, just really wanted to make sure that I looked up to them a lot because, like, obviously they understood the playbook, understood what the coaches were looking for. So I would say my sophomore year, I felt like everything was really going like to course. Like I'm steady guiding my way up the depth chart. Like I done work my way to special teams. I'm on special teams. Then I work my way into the sub packages and things like that. Then I got a role in our different sub packages, things like that with older guys. So like I'm on the high wave. So I understand what I really need to do of continuing to elevate my game as I get older. So I would say that was the year like I felt everything was really going well and really panning out for me. And I started to understand what college football was like.
Awesome. There you go. I like that.
Yeah. So speaking of the safety position, which of the two spots do you feel is like your more suits your skill set, the free safety or the strong safety?
So in the defense I was a part of when this coaching staff was here, I was a free safety, which it may be flip-flopped on the field. So I was more so to the boundary. So I would say I'm a more boundary safety, but I've played all three of them. Like I've played nickel, I played strong safety, I played free safety in our defense before. So anywhere they want to place me, like I'm able to learn, I'm able to understand how to critique my game to make it better, to be able to understand like, look, if I need to work on this is where something I need to work on to make my craft better. If they do put me to the field or they put me at nickel and things like that. So I wouldn't say there's a bad area of me where I am on the field. Like at one point they wanted me to play linebacker because like I was just as big. I was just as big as our linebackers because our linebackers were like the linebackers in our defense were probably 6'1", 20, like 210, 215, like, and I was 205. So it's like you could be a will linebacker if we wanted to put you in the box, but I felt comfortable wherever they put me, so I just adjusted to what coach wanted me to do.
That's awesome. We had a couple of we have a friend on the show who's a former Texan, and I call him friend because he hits us up, every now and then. Mm-hmm. He's coaching right now in college, but his name is Coach Quentin Demps, and he was a safety for the Texans.
Get it right.
Yeah,
exactly. You don't get it right.
Coach Quentin Demps. And so he's, he was a former safety, and he's in the pro level. So I asked him, hey, since he's one of those guys that had been in the league for close to 10 years, right? About 10 years or so. And so I asked him, and again, he played safety. And so I asked him, he had guys like coach, Wade Phillips, just some he was drafted by Andy Reid when Andy Reid was in the Eagles, like he goes back that far. But and I asked him like, hey, when you go to a different scheme or just a different team or something like that, how difficult is it to adjust at the safety position? So he kind of told us like, when he went to like the Bears at the time from the Texans, they were playing the same, like I think 3-4 defense at the time or whatnot. And so he said the only difference was, and he's like, it seems like, you're going to adapt easily to that scheme or whatnot. But then you realize that different coaches like to run their schemes just a little bit different, even though if it's supposed to be the same thing. So my question to you, with that being said, is, have you ever faced yourself in a situation where you're like, I know you just told us you're pretty adaptable to different, to different areas of the safety position, but have you ever felt like, there was just one position where you kind of struggled a little more than others when you got moved around a bit?
I would say more as the field safety, just because like I'm like, there's a lot of field over here, but
a lot of real estate.
You know what I mean? So like you got to cover a lot more ground as the field safety. I would say I felt like my biggest weakness, but like and I was younger, like I was a freshman, I think, going into it when I first got moved there. So I was kind of like, I don't know if I fit here, but I'll try it out, because like we had guys who were injured, like a lot of the older guys had just had or were just recovering from postseason things. So I was on the aspect of like, are y'all sure this is where I'm gonna play at? Because like I never thought that I would be a field safety, but at the end of the day, like that, I feel like that was the more awkward position for me, because like in high school, I was a boundary safety.
Yeah.
So I was kind of kind of confused when I got in that position. But as I started to learn and started to understand the aspect of what I needed to work on, like throughout that whole spring ball, I'm like getting better at it. I'm starting to understand it more and things like that. So that's probably the position I would say.
Okay. That's good.
Okay, so in the spirit of speaking things into existence, and when you make it to the next level, is there a certain quarterback you look forward to picking off?
Is there a certain quarterbacks
that you're looking forward to picking off?
Yeah.
I don't know. I just pray God allow me to pick all of them off. That's what
there you go.
Like that's what people's goal is. Like you want to be able to pick off the best of the best in the league, but like at the end of the day, you never know if the best of the best is gonna play that week. So
yeah,
hey, like you want God to be able to bless you to be able to pick them all off. But just I want to pick, like if I get to the league and I'm able to play, I want to pick Pat Mahomes off just because like they talk about him a lot. Like he's a magician. Like they say he's a magician. Well, show me the magic.
Let's go.
There you go. I like
you pick him off and be like, now you see me, now you don't, or whatever.
So I would like just like in the Super Bowl, I think they had showed a clip one time where the 49ers had picked him off, and there's just on the sideline saying like, oh, he's just so like he's normal, things like that. So like I wouldn't want to be talking that crazy, but I just want to be like, dang, like I just picked Pat Mahomes off. So it would be a cool accomplishment. Like a cool accomplishment, you know what I mean? So that's how I would look at it.
There you go. All right. So we're gonna end the questions. Oh, sorry, you got some comments right here. Sorry. It says hey Q's, proud of you, Cuzzo. And then I think Papa wrote, give me that. If you pick him off, give me that.
Oh no, thank you.
Thank you. Mine now. No. All right, so now this is the part of this is towards the end of the show now, where we kind of, we have prospects kind of test their NFL knowledge a little bit by asking these what I like to call meaningless questions that not really help you out. You might learn a thing or two that you might have not known before, but you get to go against Rios over here, who's like a little bit of a smart ass, and so I thought he hadn't beaten anybody, but apparently he won last week. So
two people.
two people. There you go. So we're gonna go one. You're gonna go 1-on-1 against Rios here in a little NFL trivia. So it's gonna be the best out of 5 questions. Okay. And so Q, since you're our guest, do you want Rios to kick it off, or do you want to start it?
He can start.
All right, he can start. All right, Rios. Let's see. Remember, I'm on your side, okay? So I'm gonna try to stomp him, but we'll see. All right. All right, Rios, since you were born around this era, which NFL team had the most win in the 1970s?
Had the most wins?
Yes, sir.
The Steelers.
Final answer?
Yes.
It was actually your favorite team, the Dallas Cowboys.
Oh, what the hell?
So, there you go. All right. Q, your turn. You ready? All right. So no, that's too easy. Way too easy. All right. I've asked this question last time, but I'll do it. No, actually I haven't. How many teams are located in California?
What's that mean? It's the Chargers, 49ers. That's it. It's 2.
Final answer?
The Raiders is gone. The Raiders is in Las Vegas. You got the Los Angeles Rams. No, 3.
What is it?
3.
So what are they again?
The Rams, the Chargers, 49ers.
Okay, final answer?
Yeah.
Yes, sir. You got it. All right.
I had to think about it for a minute.
No, you're good. I was like, I wanted to, when you said 2, I was like, hey, let's review that again.
Right. That's what I was thinking. I was like, I know it's another one. When I said Raiders, I was like, oh, it's the Rams.
Yeah, there you go. All right. You win round 1. All right, Rios. Let me see. I thought you would know that one, Rios. I don't know. That was a 50-50 for me. All right. Rios, your turn. I don't like that one. Let me see. No, that's too easy for you. You're gonna get that one.
That's okay.
No. All right. Which team played and lost in 4 straight Super Bowls between 1990 and 1993?
The Buffalo Bills.
Final answer?
Yes.
You got it. It's Buffalo Bills.
Whoa, that's crazy.
That's crazy, huh?
Yeah.
All
Talk
right.
about just being unlucky. Not one, not two, not three, 4.
4 and not winning any. Jeez. All right. No, that's okay. And hopefully you get to hold one of these one day. How much does Q? Your turn. How much does a Lombardi Trophy weigh?
50 pounds.
Final answer?
Yeah.
7 pounds.
7.
Yeah.
What?
Approximately 7 pounds. It looks heavy, doesn't it?
It looks heavy.
It looks heavy, yeah.
Like they hold it with 2
I know they're like holding it
no
with 2
way.
hands. I don't know if it's just bulkiness or something, but I figured, whatever. Approximately,
They don't want to drop it.
yeah. I think that's where it is. They don't want to drop it. So
Oh, no.
approximately
You sit there
7
holding
pounds.
it. It'll look like they struggle sometimes to hold it.
Yeah.
Oh.
There you go.
Yeah,
So
I thought it was
approximately
heavy.
7 pounds. Yeah.
Huh.
All right, Rios. Okay, so Q, if Rios gets this one, it's gonna be a blowout, okay? So, all right. I'll try to stop him for you. All right. Rios, what was the highest scoring Super Bowl game ever?
Oh. Like total points or like just one person? One team.
Okay, let me ask you this. I think it's better okay, yeah, it's the question. I guess the way they phrase it is, what was the highest scoring Super Bowl game ever? So
I want to say it was the 49ers in charge. I think they scored like 55 or 56, something like that.
final answer?
Yes.
I gotta give it to you because you did say 49ers and Chargers. It was 49-26.
Oh, okay. That's close.
Yeah. All right, Q, you want a redemption question?
I'll take it.
All right, redemption question it is. All right. Ooh. Okay. That one might be. All right, let me see. Nope. Okay, I want you to get a good redemption question. Okay, since you're from kind of like the East Coast area, right? You're basically from the East Coast area. Okay. What is the name of the stadium that has a pirate ship located on the inside?
I don't know the name, but I know it's Tampa Bay.
I'll give it to you. Tampa Bay. What? Might as well. Yeah. Yeah, the Raymond James Stadium.
Yeah, I was about to say Raymond.
Yeah, I'll take it. We'll give you that one. You said at least you got the city right, so we're good. Yeah. All right. There you go. Hey, Q, I want to say I really want to thank you for joining us here today. It was I had a lot of fun, honestly, with you. Getting to know you, and we're hoping the best for you. And I hope you come back and hang out with us again. After the whole process or whatnot. And so, to let us know, hey, how it went, and just to keep up with you. And again, we're wishing you the best of luck, man, for as you move on with to the next level or whatnot. So guys, please follow Q Reid on his X account.
It's Twitter, sir.
On his Twitter. I just commented. I just realized that. Okay. At Q Reid right there at the bottom. And then your Instagram account, I think, is the same thing, but except it has the number 1 on it. Is that correct? Yep. IG at Q Reid 1. And so that'll be his Instagram, his IG account right here. There you go. Boom. IG at Q Reid 1. This way you guys get to follow his whole journey throughout the his NFL, his journey to the NFL. And like I said, keep an eye out on Q. We wish you the best of luck, man. And again, shout out to your mom for just being your cheerleader, man.
And the rest of the family, like they appreciate
the rest of the family. There you go. Thank you all. Your mom says, thank you, fellas, for the amazing interview. Oh, no problem. It was great meeting you. Again, wish you the best. Hope you're feeling good. And you raised a good boy right here. You raised a good boy. So, he's gonna make you proud. He's gonna make you proud.
And hopefully we can see him pick up Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah, I hope. Yeah, exactly. That's the thing. If he picks up Patrick Mahomes, it's going straight to Grandpa, right?
Nah, that's going to me.
He's like, we'll see.
That's going to my house.
Yeah, there you go. All right, Q, don't go just yet. But I am going to end the show. And that's going to be it. And Mom says, of course, best of luck, Q. That's right.
Thank you.
All right, don't go just yet. You got a message out for Mom?
Love you, Mom. I hope you're feeling all right. I'm gonna call you after this.
There you go. There you go. All right, guys. That's gonna be it for us. We're gonna have a couple shows tomorrow with a couple more NFL draft prospects. Some pretty good ones. So be on the lookout for our Instagram posts, and of course, please subscribe to the channel so we can continue this series of NFL draft prospects on the Just Fans podcast. Thank you guys for checking us out. That's going to be it. See you guys later. Peace.
Southwest A-League, Texas, throw down here and it's so infectious. We ride for the Houston Astros, Rockets, Dynamo, and them Texans. If you ain't never been down here, well, rule number one, you gon' respect this. Just Fans in my speakers, new one drop, they bout to bless us. I might right through the SWAT, playing Just Fans right through your spot. Look, and I don't know what you thought, but right here, dog, we gon' rep the squad. Got HU, I might fit it, then I